Hello everybody, just gonna throw that away, forgot to do that, and welcome to another episode of the weapons of H3VR. Today we are going to take a look at this beautiful rifle. I've got a scope on it, you can attach scopes, because it is a sniper rifle. This is the Winchester Model 70. It's a bolt action rifle, that's the strip clip, it's chambered in, come on, this, which is the 30-06, also used in the Springfield 03, the M1 Garand, and more rifles. M14 as well. No, M14 uses NATO 762. I don't think that's called 30-06. You can load it with a stripper clip. It is based on the Mauser 98 Action. We looked at that rifle earlier. You can find it in the playlist, which you also found this video, or just look at the playlist on my channel. This rifle has a very simple front sight, as you can see. Simple U-notch and a little post up front. It is a bolt action, it has 5 rounds. It is a sporting rifle built from 1936 up till... well, it's still being produced today by FN in Belgium. So, you can also put, as I showed earlier, a scope on it. Of course, that limits stripper clip usage. And as well as that, this rifle was actually used by a military. In fact, I believe, if I remember correctly, Forgotten Weapons has a video on it. It was used by the US Marine Corps in Vietnam. And after this, we're also going to check another Vietnam air weapon, but that's for Saturday. And I've got more news on Saturday, but we'll leave that for Saturday. But for now, let's shoot this Mauser 98 based weapon. Which it shows, Mauser 98. Probably the ultimate bolt action rifle there is. Let's shoot. It has a simple safety here, as you can see. This is safe, this is fire. Let's shoot. Shoulder it. And we'll do scope shooting next. It's a 20-meter target, that is tradition in this video, or in this series. Deagle, of course, being only exception. I think even for shotguns I do 20. There we go, that's empty. 6 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's try that again. Load it with a stripper clip. Boop. And of course you can always press right on the touchpad and then rotate your hand to cycle the bolt. I think that's the last shot. Yep. That was worth shooting. Let's put on the scope. And another thing you can do with these bolt action rifles, of course, let's pop that properly, is single load them. You can pop 1 in the chamber and 5 in the magazine. So that's 2, 3, 4. Let's just pop this until it's full. Okay, it's full. Close it. Don't do this in real life, but we'll just shoot 1 in the ground. There we have 5. Of course, no stripper clip, that's why I showed single loading. And yeah, that's possible with all the bolt actions. Well, except the Psycho? I think it's called. I can't remember the name of the modern ones. I'm more of a fan of a good old-fashioned bolt action, but the ones which are magazine fed instead of stripper fed. And yeah, the Lee Enfield is kind of stripper or mag fed, but let's ignore that. It didn't actually wasn't used with replaceable mags. It's a detail. Anyways, let's shoot with scope with this. One of a few bolt actions in the game at the moment which take a scope. Steady, steady. Scopes are of course always nice. If you can shoot properly, which I can't. And 1 more shot, I think. Ah, that was a bad one. Yep. it was better. Of course, what this rifle also shows is the problem with scopes on bolt action, so I'm gonna do a little history lesson. In World War One, you will actually rather often see scopes which, instead of are above, will kind of sit like this to the side. And the reason for that was, of course, with the bolt or with the scope on the side, well, the stripper clip is free. You can easily load stripper clips. However, they found a problem. With the scope on the side, as you can see, it doesn't line up with the bolt or with the barrel. So that was of course a bit problematic. You had conversions and such, which is why in World War One or World War Two later you will find that most just said, fuck it, snipers, they don't really need high rate of fire, just single load them. Which is easily doable. Some other nations, which maybe we'll see that weapon in H3VR, who knows? They just rotated the action 45 degrees. And that allowed the scope to be here, and you could feed the stripper clips like so, sideways in, which was also cool, and it ended up with a little bulge for the magazine. So some cool little history facts, but as it turns out, good old single action loading on your standard infantry rifle was the go-to in World War II. And of course, nowadays we have dedicated sniper weapons. So, I hope you enjoyed this little video on the Winchester Model 70 Mauser 98 based weapon still being produced today. So, thank you all for watching. Be sure to vote for next week's guns, or actually gun, in the description below. I'll let you know why on Saturday. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and all of that, and I'll see you next time. Your stuff gun. Here we go. Bye.